Hello. Well, as usual, there were bits and pieces of recordings in the course of this series of Whose Lines Anyway, which we couldn't quite fit into our regular programmes, but we couldn't quite bring ourselves to throw away. So we've stitched them all together to make this special compilation programme. Hope you enjoyed. Let's move on to another game called Film and Theatre Styles. Ryan and Colin, if you'd like to come on down and give them a little scene in which to improvise in just a moment. But first of all, I'd like the studio audience, if they would, to suggest some film or theatre styles they might like to see done. See, Ninja Turtles. You're desperate for that. Agatha Christie. Emmanuel. You're on drugs or something? What's going on? Biblical comedy. Well, on the third day he fell over. I mean, what are you talking? What's biblical comedy? Oh, anyway, let's do your scene. Two businessmen playing squash. That's your scene, and I'll give you a selection of these million styles in just a second.
Ready?
Yeah.
Hello, Sylvia.
Wait, I wasn't ready.
Oh, I'm sorry. Why don't you take the serve?
All right. Ready? Hello, Sylvia.
You haven't quite got the hang
No,
of the
I
game, have you,
don't.
Fred? It's very easy. It's a tiny little ball and a racket. Hit it against the wall.
Ninja Turtles.
And he come back. Ready again?
Looks perfectly ordinary to me. Agatha Christie.
Where did the ball go?
My God, it rolled under that body.
This body hasn't been dead long.
No, it's still smoking.
Here's the ball. It's covered with some strange type of dye and Greek letters. I believe you read Greek, don't you?
It says I'm a ball.
Film noir.
A ball. That's what you think you are?
He was as tall as a post and twice as thick. I knew I'd have to explain to him the whole damn thing over and over again.
I don't get it.
The body's
I knew
dead.
exactly what he meant, but I like to see him explain things, to see him sweat, to see him struggle for words. I don't get it.
I had nothing to say.
He had nothing to say.
Oh, we better move on then, hadn't we? An Old Testament epic.
The ball did light on fire.
And your racket.
It turned into a serpent.
And mine. Still a racket.
Oh, God has...
We should take this ball.
Hey,
For this is the ball of the people.
it is the ball of God.
Let's end on... OK, thank you very much. Thank you. Very good. And we go to a game called News Report. It's for all four contestants. What you do is a news programme, but you're doing it about a biblical story. In fact, we might as well go to the original biblical story, practically the original Adam and Eve. OK, so that's the story, Adam and Eve. Just to make it even more complicated and exciting, can we think of a country to set this in?
Nicaragua! Australia!
OK, I've got a lot of selection there. I was trying to avoid Turkey for reasons to do with the previous shows, but Nicaragua sounds exciting, so make it in Nicaragua, which is Spanish-speaking, as I recall it.
And as we say in the States, Nicaragua.
Nicaragua.
Yeah.
You.
Sorry, we don't pronounce every single letter.
Oh, no, right.
We're having an embargo.
Yeah. Let's make it Cuba, then you won't be able to do it at all, I suppose. But,
No, and your name's Cliv.
Yeah, yeah. And yours is Wally over here. But anyway, let's... So, here we go. So, take it... Hey.
He shoots, he scores!
Take it away, Greg. A news report, Aberney.
Good evening. I'm Bulge Temptingly. And welcome to Way Back When, the show where we take you to bizarre circumstances that happened a long time ago. The story of Adam and Eve. Suddenly, we're in Nicaragua, in Central America. We have an expert with us here tonight, Dr. Jose Offerman. We're going to talk about the beginning of the human race. Adam and Eve, did it start that way?
They were naked. Naked. They had no clothes. They wore leavies.
They will leave it over the private party. It's Eva's a nice big breast.
Doctor, I'd like to let you continue, but I can't.
She has the long, attractive
I
legs
understand.
that are stuck out forever.
We have Snack Whipley out in the field in Nicaragua. Snack.
Hello, I am in the field. Get off. What are you doing? I can just... Oh, look at that for me. Anyway, I'm here with the serpent. You tempted them, I understand.
Yes, I tempted them, but they were a temptation enough as it is. I represent the Reptile Liberation Front down here in Nicaragua. And as any cases, the white man comes down to the jungle, they make a big mess of everything, you have the garden in, next time you got a tarmac with McDonald's next to it.
So that's the latest. Adam and Eve made the sin because of a big love snake.
Gracias, Snack. Doctor, was it an apple that they used in Nicaragua?
It was an apple. Eve eat the apple, chewed, and she swallowed with those big, luscious lips of hers. Oh, and the hips, they come out and make you feel, oh,
Doctor, I'd like to let you continue.
And it's,
but I'm bulging even as we speak. Snack, he's back out in the field. I'm whipping it back to you, Snack.
Thank you. I am now with Eve, and she has quite a pair of hooters.
I'd like to say that they were made by God, but I had a little help from Fredericks of Van Nuys. My agent got me this gig down here, and the first thing I know, there's this guy, kind of looks like Sly, looks like Arnie, but talks like Denzel. And so I said, well, if this isn't heaven, what is?
Back to you, Balji.
Doctor, any final words on the origin of species? It wasn't evolution then, it was actually a couple in Central America.
She had the milky white skin and make
Yes,
you want
all
to
right,
chase her like a bullet. Poke her with the pointy thing like a bullet, running around.
We go to the store of Esau and Jacob. Can brothers get along if they're forced to eat lentils and live in a tent?
So what sort of superhero do you think Colin should be? He's not Spider... Sorry? Wonder Woman. We're not one that already exists. We're inventing a new one. Rubber Band Boy. Rubber Band Boy. That's good. Rubber Band Boy. So you're Rubber Band Boy. You decide who the next person is going to be, and you're trapped in a confined space. Where have we trapped him? A fridge. He's trapped in the fridge. Rubber Band Boy is trapped in the fridge. Let's see how this goes. This could be good or it could be dreadful.
Damn, that didn't work. I'm still in the fridge. I need some help. Help! 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 Oh, help! Help! It's so dark in here.
Oh, Rubber Band Man. I'm sorry I'm late. I was going after a beverage.
Thank God you're here, mesmerized by arm movement, man. Oh. I've been there for hours. I was knocking on the thing, trying to get out. I couldn't get in. I was trapped. I was so trapped, I couldn't get out. I didn't know what to do.
I'm sorry I didn't come by earlier. Wow, it's major problems, I hear.
Oh, I tell you.
I'm sorry I'm late. I came late.
Thank God you're here, Suicide Guy.
Yes. What? No, it hasn't worked. Damn you. Quick. Are you still stuck in the fridge?
I'm still in the fridge.
Sorry, I'm late. I was somewhere else at the time.
Never mind.
Everything all right?
Oh! Thank goodness you're here, laughing nymphomaniac woman.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
For God's sake! I'm free! At last, I'm free!
I'm sorry, I'm going somewhere else.
Thank you.
Now let's do a game called Remote Control. So all four contestants would like to come down, and they're all playing a different television program. So while we're playing this game, Josie, you're doing Coronation Street the whole time. Rory, you're doing Question Time. Tony, you're doing GMTV, breakfast television kind of stuff, GMTV sort of thing. And the Muppets, that's for you, Mike. So now the bizarre thing is I'm sitting home with my remote control, going around the various channels, and each program happens to be talking about the same subject. Anyway, chicken rearing. You're straight in there with that. Here we go. Chicken rearing is the subject which is cropping up in Coronation Street, Question Time, everything. Start with GMTV and Tony Slattery.
So, a report from Bosnia there, and things are a bit unhappy. Oh, now it's up to Mr. Motivator, who's got a chicken down the front of his lycra tights.
Mike.
Oh, a chicken!
Josie.
But you can't can't breed chickens in the back garden, Derek. What are the neighbours going to say?
Rory. A question about chickens there for the Chancellor. Kenneth Clark, do you know much about...
Well, chickens, when it comes to chickens, I only know about the headless variety that I see in Cabinet every week.
Josie.
What's this I hear about you going to marry a chicken, Mrs. Bishop?
Oh, Percy, don't worry. I'm not really going to marry a chicken.
Tony.
I can't do
Hello, welcome back to GMTV. This is Frida the chicken, and we're going to give her a free makeover.
Rory.
Can I see the chickens in the shells, Mr. Watts?
Oh, sorry, that's Coronation Street, sorry.
Tony. And I've had a lovely letter here from Mrs. A. Johnson, who says, my dog's name is Cluck, which might be a better name for a chicken. Thanks very much for that
Rory, get back to your own programme. So I say this to you. Don't be chicken. Don't be chicken just for a few weeks. Be a chicken for the rest of your life by voting Liberal Democrat on Thursday.
Very good. Let's do a game called Song Style. So Mike McShane's going to come down and make up a song on the spot with no assistance except that which is provided by Richard Ranch at the piano, or maybe another musical instrument. Now, could somebody suggest something for him to make the song up about? Something you might find in a cellar.
Wine!
Cool. Very good idea. Cool. A nice rhyme scheme. And a style of singing like heavy metal, reggae, something like that?
Blues.
70s? Did we have a...
70s.
Grunge. Are you up to date on grunge? I don't know what it means.
Grunge?
You're dressed for it, so we're gonna... I don't know. I don't know what it means. Yeah, we're happy with grunge, are we?
Yeah.
All right.
It's time in the cellar again. I spent time in the cellar, my friend. It ain't bad, well, you know it's alright. I've got a chocolate anthracite, yeah, anthracite all night. Anthracite is my delight. You know I'm all alone, you can't come with me. You don't have to touch me, but you can kiss me. And now we're cold all over you, Jack. We'll be smelly and oily and black with anthracite.
Well done, Mike. Yes. Yeah. Excellent. Well done, Mike. So, hey. Well, fantastic. As Greg acknowledges the applause on behalf of the advertisers, and we go into part 2 of our show with a game called Questions Only. It's for Mike and Josie, and then the other two will be joining as well. We start with Mike and Josie, the other two ready to come in. In this game, they must only talk in questions, and I'll buzz you out if you make a statement or pause too long, and you'll be replaced by the person behind you, and the winner is somebody who's left in at the end or can still remember the rules of the game by the end of the evening, stuff like that. A situation I want you to do is auditioning for a circus. That's the idea. Questions only, though. Away you go.
Is this the auditions?
Are you an August clown or a white-faced clown?
What's a white-faced clown?
You mean you don't know?
It's hardly a question. You mean you don't know? That's a statement. Almost. Anyway, you're going to go.
This is strict.
Why are you late?
Has anyone been hired for the trapeze?
Isn't this your first time here?
Don't you love to fly?
Why can't you just do your audition?
Is Ted Danson?
Too confusing. Too confusing. Funny but confusing.
Is there something in my eye?
Why do you ask?
How much does the job pay?
Do you want to do your trick now?
Is there another time?
Would you like to discuss the pay?
In American money?
Would you like American money?
Can you put it in the bank?
Is there another way?
Do you know my wife?
Doesn't everyone?
Okay, let's end there. Thank you very much. We move on to a game called Scene to Music. This is for Steve and Tony. If you'd like to come on down, you're going to have to have a scene in the style suggested by a piece of music which will be played in once we get going. The scene is this: your father and son, and Steve, you're sending Tony out to get some more washing powder. Seems unlikely unless you've been signed up to do an advert, which no doubt you will be soon. So away you go.
We've run out of Buxton mineral water.
Son, I've got a job for you.
Oh, aye, what's that, Dad?
Apart from sending you to elocution lessons so you talk properly.
Ooh, pot cold in the kettle black.
Hey, look at that. Do you call that a blue-white?
No, it's not got those difficult stains out, does it?
No, they're further down, and that's what I want to talk to you about. Because we need some powder.
We need powder with power that cannot be found on Earth.
That's right. So that our whites will be whiter than white.
Whiter than the Jesus with the angels up above.
And the kings all around him presenting gifts that he may wear clean underwear.
Yes.
And go unto Nazareth.
Where?
Nazareth.
Is that near Stockport?
Yes. It's a new town.
Oh!
Nazareth Newtown.
Nazareth Newtown. And what shall I find when I get there, Father? Will it be white? Will it be fluffy? Will it be people playing on clouds?
Follow the supermarket neon light.
Oh.
And there under aisle 5, on the back row, thus the detergent will speak to you.
But will it wash my sins away as well as my underpants?
I know not! For surely I am a humble man that washes clothes for my son.
You've turned into Richard Burton.
Yes!
Why?
Go!
All right, don't shout.
For 'tis too late, and my clothes become smitten with smut.
I will come back, and if not, then you won't see me.
Okay, let's get there. Thank you very much. As we go on to a game called Film Dub, this is for Steve and Ryan. You're going to come and add a new soundtrack to a piece of film from which the original soundtrack has been removed. And I'll let you give you a story to do in this. Steve, you're a telephone sex line addict that they're trying to cure. Yeah. And that's where you're trying to bring that into the improvisation and start when the film starts. It should be about now.
No, I phoned that one. I phoned that was no good. She's no good, that one. I'll need another... hang on, back.
Yeah, remember me?
Martha, where's me sex line number? You know, Spankers Weekly.
Your bill came. You're over £5,000 for a day.
Oh, no, I can't stop it. I can't stop. I promise I'll give up. Hello, is...
Yeah, it's me, Phil, your favorite. Oh, boy, you're so hot. You make me hot. I'm moist. Oh. Come on, baby. Call me king. Pet me like a dog. Hello.
Excuse me, could you...
Oh, boy. I want you so bad I could just see us on a moonlit night in a boat somewhere. Me on top of you. You on top of me. Yes. Both of us on top of each other.
Is that director's inquiry? No, what I'm after is, I'm after a bit of titillation, but...
And then you... Bang! Oh, that's me going off. Did you hear that? I love you.
That's the best I've ever had it.
Now we come to one of the most bizarre games we play on this programme. It's for Ryan and Tony. They're going to act out a situation, but to save Ryan the effort of using his own hands, why we get Colin to provide his hands instead by thrusting his arms into Ryan's armpits in a way which... And here you can see from the props here, this is obviously a Conservative Party conference. No, it's not. It's Ryan is a policeman and Tony is a suspect at the police station. Looks pretty American police station to me. So away you go.
Well, we're going to have to take some pictures of you here to start, just so we have them for our files.
Okay.
All right, smile. And it doesn't seem to be working. Oh, there we go. And one trick. Let me just put this the other way around. The other way. There we go. I'll just look through the eye hole.
Yes.
Why don't you take that yourself?
Okay.
Take it yourself.
Well, there we are. I can't.
Right. You can't, because you're not a cop.
I know.
That's why I wear this hat, because this hat here, that's why I wear it. Because I'm a cop, baby. Okay. Right. That's not bad.
Yes. Now who's in charge, Mr. Cop?
Me. Damn. Look, we've got to take some fingerprints of you here. We'll use this juice here. Put your hands in the orange juice. Put your hands in the juice here, right? Now, just leave it down. Put your fingers down for a moment. Take them up. That's not working too well, is it? Oh, no. Oh, coffee. Care for a little coffee?
Yes, please.
All righty. Oh, there's a cup over here somewhere. There we go. I think I want a tall glass. I think I'll get more cups than that. There we go. Let's pour a nice cup of really hot coffee. Really hot.
Beating you to it again, Cop.
Have you?
Yes. Now. Don't try and buy time by slopping coffee on your face.
I'm just relaxing, my friend. Oh, donuts. Donuts. Nice, fluffy donuts.
What about them?
Take that!
Okay, well done. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's go on to standing, sitting, bending. A nice straightforward game, this. Ryan, Tony and Greg, with the assistance of two stools, they have to act out a scene. Any given time, one person has to be standing, someone else has to be sitting, and the third person has to be bending over. And if the bending over one stands up, well, the standing up person has to bend down. Couldn't be simpler, unless it were. Now, you are cowboys on the range. That's a simple scene.
Fans in Sector R.
That was Sector R, was it?
Yes, never mind. We really don't have time.
No. Always time for you in that position, Greg. Now, let's... OK, so that's your scene. You're... You're cracking up. Now, let's get on with this. Cowboys on the range. Cowboys on the range. Take it away.
This is a beautiful starry night to be all men together.
It's nice being out here on the range with just you two.
Sure is. I could go for some coffee. Anybody want some coffee?
I'd like a cup of coffee.
Me too.
All right, here you go.
I'd like
pour my own if you don't mind.
No problem.
All righty.
You know, sometimes when we... Thanks. You know, sometimes out here it makes me feel closer to the Creator.
Yeah.
Creator, that's a good one.
The Big Dipper.
Oh, it is the Big Dipper.
That's right. You know, my daddy used to tell me...
What'd your daddy used to tell you? My dad used to say, stand up on your own two legs, son.
All righty. I agree with
bending.
My daddy used to say the same thing.
Damn right he did.
Look, it's a shooting star.
Oh, my God.
I can just make it out from here.
That means good luck.
It sure does.
Does, partner.
You know what it makes me want to do?
What is that?
I'm not sure.
Okay,